Hello and welcome to our reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the D-Arts Blastoise, or Kamex, or Kamex, or however you're supposed to pronounce that. I've never actually heard that name before, but that's what's on the box, so whatever. Anyway, this is Blastoise, and he is pretty awesome. Of course, continuing the D-Arts Pokémon line, he is the least articulated so far. His body type sort of makes it difficult to put proper articulation in there and keep him looking the same. But he is still pretty cool. Comes with some special effects and a stand, just like the other ones did, and is just overall a great addition to the set. So yeah, let's just go ahead and zoom in for the articulations, go paint details, all those sorts of things. Alright, let's start off with a quick little size comparison here between all the other D-Arts figures of the Pokemon line released so far. Blastoise is the shortest, as well he should be, although he is probably shorter than he should be, as Charizard's only supposed to be a few inches taller than him in terms of legit scale, so he should only be slightly taller, but Charizard is rather noticeably taller. And Mewtwo, as he should be, is the tallest. So yeah, let's get these two out of here and take a look at Blastoise by himself. Alright, here we have Blastoise. Starting up here, you can see he's got his cannons here, which are a little hollow on the inside for the insertion of his effect parts. His head is here, which we will zoom in on in a minute. He is mostly blue on his skin bits here. Not really any noticeable shading that I can see. Come down to his arms, they're sort of comprised of balls, and they're blue, and they have the three little white claws there at the end. Underbelly is yellowish, with a little bit of detailing on it. Legs have some more detailing there. They've got like little shield-like designs on them. Then he's got his one big claw and one small claw there on the foots, and then claws there on the back as well. And you can also see his tail. Then you can look at the detail on the shell, which actually looks to have a bit of paint shading. On the little hexagonal pattern there, see some of the shading in between, and then you can see the little bits that fold up here. And, you know, hide the cannons. Let's go ahead and zoom in on the head sculpt really quick. He's got his ears up here, which have a little bit of black inside of them. Once again, really nice detailing on the eyes. They have been doing really good with those. The eyes are pretty much the most detailed part of all of these figures, including this one. And then you can see the lower part of the mouth is yellow, and then he's got his tongue in there, which is pink, and then the rest of it's like a blackish kind of color inside there. And that is pretty much the extent of the head sculpt. A little bit of detailing on like the brows and stuff like that, but nothing incredible. Then again, Pokemon are not supposed to have extravagant designs or anything like that, so it looks exactly as it should. Now let's zoom out and look at articulation. Articulation-wise, Blastoise's cannons will move pretty much in any direction you want them to. One little ball joints there, up and down, in and out. And then he has the flaps there that sort of hold them on. They're able to move up and down a little bit. Whenever I first saw this figure, I thought that you were going to be able to like close them down, which would have been cool. But you can't do that because it's actually solid plastic there. But that is a feature they should have implemented, because Blastoise does like open those up and then the cannons shoot out, like in the anime and stuff. Head is on like a double ball peg bit here, so it can move up and down, rotate, all that sort of stuff, and has that like little floating bit there in the neck. It also has a nice jaw hinge, which is cool. Has ball joint shoulders, in and out, forward and back, things like that. Then he rotates there, and down below that, another hinge. He rotates at the wrist there. Then each one of his claws is on a little ball peg-like thing, so they can all rotate around and flex in and out and things like that. So that's all very cool. Ball joint hips, in and out, forward and back, as much as the design allows for. And then his ankles can kind of pivot and hinge in and out a bit. And his toenails are also on sort of ball peg little things, so they can rotate and bend in and out as well. So yeah, I think he has just about as much articulation as you could really ask for something of this design. So there's not really a lot to complain about there. Now let's look at his accessories really quick. Blastoise comes with two of these little water jet effects, or hydro pumps, or whatever. They're pretty much clear, and they've got a bit of like a pearlescent at the end there, where they flare out a bit. They've got this little spiral design. They look really cool. I've heard people say that they would prefer them to be blue, but water is sort of clear, so it's a bit more logical this way, and I think they look really nice. They can be plugged into his cannons, or you could sort of prop them up with one of the flight stands and make it come out of his mouth if you wanted to do that, or you can use them for whatever the hell you want to, really. So yeah, let's look at his stand really quick. The stand is the same that we've been getting from all the D-Arts figures. It's a 3-jointed arm with a little clip here at the end. It's not really that useful for Blastoise himself, as you can't really lift him up or do anything with it. The only thing it's really useful for is like supporting the water jets and stuff, or if you have him like in a leaning over kind of position, which you might have to have him shooting the cannon straight forward. You can sort of put it up underneath him and help him from falling over, but it's not really going to help him fly or anything like that. Not that he really needs to. And then, of course, that pegs into one of these big, round Pokeball-like design bases here, which are clear. They have 4 peg holes in them, so you can put the base on whatever side you happen to want to. So, yeah, that's all for his accessories. Let's move on to the packaging. Alright, same style of packaging we've been getting from everyone else. Well, I think this is the smallest box so far, since it doesn't have like big tails or anything to contain. But I haven't actually compared that, so it doesn't really matter though. Really pretty boxes. I really like how all these boxes look. You got your D-Arts over here, big circular window there, big picture of Blastoise Pokemon, Kamex or whatever it says on the box instead of Blastoise, because it's not an American thing. Look down there, another window, picture of Blastoise. Continues the window and has this little comma-shaped thing there. Over on the other side, continues D-Arts, another little hologram of Blastoise there. Lots of little holograms in the box, just overall looks really neat. And on the back you get pictures of the figure in various poses, which is not a lot of different ones really for Blastoise, and pictures of the stand, and Japanese things that I can't read, and all of those sorts of things. So all in all, really cool looking box. Good for in or out of package display, although I have been doing out of package display for these guys. So yeah, Blastoise. Alright, that wraps it up for Blastoise. So until next time, goodbye.